This is CTV News, made for students by students.
Welcome to CTV News. Right now we are looking at inside the Senate chambers, where we are just minutes away from knowing who the next ASCSU president and vice president will be.
We'll be giving you your results live, plus some words from Eric Berlenberg and Rachel Roberson. Stay tuned. CTV special coverage with reporter Katie Spencer starts right now.
Produced for students, by students. For Channel 11, this is CTV News.
Hello and welcome to CTV News. I'm Kirsten Swanson.
And I'm Dylan Thomas. Tonight, CTV is coming to you live from not only our studios, but also from the Senate chambers at the Laurie Student Center.
That's right. We have CTV reporter Katie Spencer over there, who joins us now to give us an inside look at the atmosphere.
Who will be next year's ASCSU president and vice president. And up until that big announcement, I'll keep you updated.
Great, thanks Katie. We will catch up with you later in the evening. And for you folks watching at home, we want to apologize. There is a slight delay as we are going live in both places.
Just in case you missed them last week, here are the personality profiles on both campaigns. We'll start things off with the Dietrich and Muller duo.
Construction, yeah.
My academics.
Academics, yeah. Always got to remember why you're here.
Yes, construction, academics, and other issues were the topic of conversation Tuesday at the Dietrich and Muller tent. This casual duo is running for ASCSU president and vice president this year against only one other campaign. The duo, with little previous ASCSU experience, hopes to bring new and fresh ideas to campus. Things like revamping Ram Welcome by incorporating a large concert at Hughes Stadium, retiring the Ram Ride Return program that was recently started, and creating a Veterans Memorial on campus to pay respect to the Iraq and Afghanistan war veterans.
You know, it's a great program. It was a great idea. I don't think it was advertised enough. A lot of students don't really know what it is, and it's not being used enough, and it doesn't look classy. So I think that we can take that money and allocate it towards Ram Ride for home football games.
Numerous fee increases await the current Student Fee Review Board, and Dietrich and Muller promise that if elected, they will really take a look at where those student fees are going.
It's going to be us. We know what these student fees do, and we know, a student fee that helps an organization that serves 5% of the student population shouldn't get a 3% increase. That's ridiculous.
And the biggest change Dietrich and Muller want to bring ASCSU?
I mean, a positive attitude can go a long way, and a smile can go a long way. Making someone's day by complimenting them in the littlest, simplest form can go a long way in the long run, and I think that's really what we want to emphasize in those relationships within those student organizations and Student Fee Review Board.
Now, seeing the duo as candidates varies from getting to know them as CSU students. So we took a look at the man behind the candidate.
John Dietrich is a 21-year-old junior studying criminal justice here at CSU. He hails from Castleview High School, which is just south of Denver in Castle Rock. John's previous ASCSU experience includes serving as an associate justice and someday wants to work for a government agency such as the CIA or FBI. Throughout high school, John participated in athletics and has since carried that school spirit to CSU football games, where you can spot him wearing a green dinosaur suit that has been passed down in his fraternity. As an active member of Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity, John has served in various leadership positions, most recently as vice president of recruitment for his chapter. Other hobbies John said he enjoys include different outdoor activities, watching football, and doodling. His favorite movies include Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, and Forrest Gump. John's running mate, Peter Moose Muller, is a 20-year-old sophomore finance major from the mountain town of Evergreen, Colorado. Moose has no previous ASCSU experience and said he would take his finance background onto Wall Street someday and potentially dabble in politics. Moose played football in high school and also enjoyed mountain recreation like skiing, and just like John, is a member of the Greek community. Moose also served as the vice president of recruitment for his fraternity, Delta Tau Delta, and also enjoys living, basketball, and meeting new people. His favorite movies include Good Will Hunting and Forrest Gump.
The second set of candidates we looked into was Regina and Joe.
Putting students first. That's the main goal of ASCSU presidential and vice presidential candidates Regina and Joe.
We decided to run because we are incredibly passionate about the student voice. We think that we can be a really good representation of the student voice. I think that the thing that sets us apart is our experience in ASCSU.
Both Regina and Joe have extensive experience with ASCSU and plan to hit the ground running. Regarding important issues like construction and the on-campus stadium, they plan to, well, put students first.
Making sure students are informed and making sure that the student perspective is always put into all those decisions.
I think that's the biggest thing, is just putting students first and making sure that the students are represented and that the students get what they want, really.
In years past, presidents and vice presidents have not accomplished all of their goals, but Regina and Joe promise that will not happen.
We wouldn't have said them if we didn't think that we could do them. We are passionate about every single thing that we chose, and we think that there's a purpose behind everything that we chose, and so we would work our entire term to make sure that everything came to fruition.
Since there were only 2 teams running this year, enthusiasm seems to be down, but Joe looks at it in a different light.
I mean, there may only be 2 campaigns and students may feel limited, but really in reality we think that our campaign is great, and it would have been great rather there were 6 of us or, like she said, only 2 of us.
As election week is quickly approaching, there is one thing you need to remember.
Vote for us.
Vote Regina and Joe.
We also looked into Regina and Joe's personalities outside of ASCSU. Regina Martell is a 21-year-old junior in the political science department. She is currently the deputy chief of staff at ASCSU and one day wants to apply for a student affairs or human relations position. Regina says she enjoys going to CSU athletic events and her favorite movie is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Now for her running mate Joe. Joe is a 20-year-old junior in the political science department as well. Joe is currently the senator for the College of Liberal Arts at ASCSU and intends to graduate from law school in the near future. Joe enjoys camping, backpacking, fishing, and even knows how to ride a bull. Joe said his all-time favorite movie was Miracle.
Coming up, we will be joined by current ASCSU President Eric Berlinberg and Vice President Rachel Roberson.
That's right. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome back. We are joined by the current ASCSU President and Vice President, Eric Berlinberg and Rachel Roberson. How are you all doing this evening?
Well, we're doing great.
Very good, thanks.
Take on the night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a very exciting night.
It sure is.
We just have a few questions for you. You know, you accomplished so much throughout the year with your campaign initiatives and everything. What are some personal gains and personal goals that you've really accomplished throughout your position and relationships?
It's a great question. You want to take it away, Eric?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the number one thing for me is absolutely the relationships with the people that I've met. I've been fortunate enough to meet high-level congressmen, high-level representatives at the state level, and then also personally, I've my job post-graduation is because of a contact that I made here in my job, so that's really exciting.
And going into next year's campaign, the administration that will take over, what are you guys looking for them to accomplish? Because, of course, they have their campaign goals, but what's the overall idea that you guys would like to see come out of that?
I think one of our biggest things is the sustainability of the initiatives that we got done. As you all know, we got done a lot of accomplishments that a lot of students didn't expect. And so I think we really raised the bar for what a student can accomplish within 1 year of a term. So we'd really like to see those programs that we promise the students continue on for years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the year-to-year turnover is tough every year because you have that learning curve that takes a couple months. But if you have folks that come in that really know exactly how they can get started very quickly and be able to continue the things that happened the prior year while still continuing and being able to put on the new events and programs and services that they promised during the campaign, I think that creates a very successful year. I think that's what we based our administration off of, and I'm hopeful that the new folks are able to do that.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we'll be right back right after this. Back to CTV News. It's time for the moment we've all been waiting for.
That's right. Katie Spencer is over in the Senate chambers. Let's take a look at who your next president and vice president will be.
Hello. Welcome to the 2012 ASCSU general election announcement. Before we start off, I would like to thank everyone who participated in this election. The candidates, Forever Green designers, the elections committee, student media in general, CTV for filming this live, the Collegian for sending me emails and calling me at the endless hours of the night. So let's get started with the announcement. To start off, our voter turnout was at 20.7%, which was 5,050 students who voted in the 2012 ASCSU election. We're going to start off with Senate results. Our Senate results, Robert Duran will be representing Applied Human Sciences. Hannah Wilberhaus, and I'm sorry if I butcher any names, but is going to be representing Agricultural Sciences. Hoang Wang will be representing the Graduate School. For liberal arts, we have Ariel Mikovic, Jack Harries, and Matt Dotson. Cameron Doling will be representing Intra University. With the Warner College of Natural Resources, we have Jamie Ragusa and Kate Rentschlar. All right, now more importantly, I think we're coming to a historical moment in ASCSU. And so if you all have copies of the Elections Code, please bring those out. If not, I will read it to you. In Article 10, Section I of the ASCSU Elections Code, it reads, in the event of a tie between two or more candidates listed on the ballot, certified write-in candidates or non-certified write-in candidates, the tie shall be resolved. In the case of a senator, by a vote of the relevant college council, and in the case of a presidential and vice presidential ticket, by a vote of the ASCSU Senate. So, in my interpretation, we have a tie between the Forever Green t-shirts. Oh. Sorry about that, yes. Yes, we have a tie. So it is my recommendation to ASCSU to resolve this at its next regularly scheduled Senate meeting in a vote by the Senate. Design 2 and Design 4 tied by 1,309 votes. All right, the ASCSU Constitution was approved. 18.1% of students approved that, so congratulations. And now, the winners of the 2012 presidential and vice presidential race are Regina Martel.
All right, guys, you just heard it. Regina and Joe are your next ASCSU president and vice president for the 2012-2013 school year. Obviously, you can hear the excitement in the room. You can see the excitement. You know, people are obviously very, very excited about this. Gina, congratulations. How do you feel right now?
Good. I feel naked without Joe.
Joe, Regina, you guys, congratulations. How is the anticipation waiting up for this?
I think that I have never felt that many emotions all at one time. I think that there was nerves, there was anxiety, it was happy, it was sad, it was every emotion that you could think of.
Absolutely indescribable. Unlike anything I've ever felt in my life, honestly.
Well, congratulations again, guys, and make sure to tune in to CTV for further election updates.
Time we have for you today? Good night.
Night.